This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
Stacy Mongar joining us here, our psychic medium. Excited to chat, check in. How are we, and where are you in the world today? Without telling us too much. For people that don't know, where are you hailing from?
Well, I'm actually right now in Lincoln, Nebraska, and where I'm from is a bigger question. So supposedly it's Seattle, Washington. Born and raised there, but I'm right now in Lincoln, Nebraska. Was in Omaha. It does show that on my Facebook, and it did. I think it mentioned Seattle, Washington on there, but 24 other places too. So.
Well, excited to have you here, sweetheart. What are we going to dive into today? Our psychic medium, so much to talk about. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, once again, as always, an interesting week. Yeah, this time there were a few days out of the week that were really intense and meant to lay me flat, and that's the whole point here. I did get some other information, and I don't know if I mentioned it on the last podcast, but other places that might be play significance into me personally, but Paris, France, and I don't know whether I mentioned that, I received a call from Paris. And supposedly, I don't know of anybody, and I did find out at a later time that relatives I no longer speak with were in Paris, France, and they were thinking about moving there.
Okay.
And I'm thinking, and most everybody and everything I know, they would not have the money to do this unless they're getting the money from there, which, me and other sources of money that they're getting, but I got a call when I was in Omaha, lived there. And first from LA, I get weird phone calls from LA quite frequently. And then I got one from LA, and then that following evening, Paris, France. And I called it back and I left a message and I said, who are you trying to get a hold of?
Yeah.
And psychically I was picking up. So I would find out that Paris may have a significant role. And obviously everybody I know, I'm talking about overseas bank accounts that don't belong to them. I got a call not too long ago, within the last 2 months, from San Diego, California, and they were taking a crypto account out of Paris, France.
Oh my gosh.
San Diego is ground zero for people I know, ex-family I no longer talk with, live there, and a crypto account. And I said, I don't have one of those. I don't have, Jack, but apparently you have everything that I should have.
Right? Oh my gosh.
And it was coming out of there, and I shut this person down, and I, was thinking, okay, is this a scam? Like, AI scam, multitude of other things. And I'm going, no, this is certain locations. Somebody's fishing here. Somebody has access to these accounts. But San Diego and Paris, France are extremely significant. And I've known other people from Omaha that were tied into the music industry that were in Paris, France. And so I'm hoping that the all two doesn't connect back to me. But I was told that this may be more significant, that Cape Town, South Africa is still significant, but that Paris, France. And I'm thinking, because they have money, everybody's busy.
Of course.
Going places that I've never been, supposedly. I do remember when I was one, I go back on that. I believe, if I was born elsewhere, and I do believe so, that they literally were trying to wipe that memory clean. And we know that can't exist. We know they do that all the time. But I have very vivid memories of Seattle. But I do have a couple that I can't place. It's rather fractured. And so, yeah, that has significance. And I do believe I would have a different name, they've switched potentially where I was born, my name, my birth date. And so I have a completely different ID, or they're using mine and they're, I forget, somebody was explaining this, and I'm thankfully for the people that are gifted themselves, I interacted with, that, I've been carrying all this with me for many years and knowing a lot of these things, but some of this has helped me put the pieces together, because obviously nobody wants to talk about it because the ramifications for all of this, and the way they've treated me and how they've destroyed my life and, wanted me gone, period, is far-reaching. And a lot of people would have to be involved in this. And yes, do I think MK Ultra? Yes. Like many others like myself, who are trying to get a sense of who they are, who have spoken out, who are very, the truth tellers, the family, no matter what capacity you're in, whether you're in the psychic world, myself, and exposing it, or, other truth tellers. We're known as the black sheep. We're known as the people who don't fit in. We're known as the people who, we have a special role here. And it's not for the, faint at heart and weak-willed or any of that. And people might get the misconception that you are, and that because you are kind, they've taken your kindness for weakness, and that is far from the truth. Some of the kindest people, truly kindest people I know, are been through hell and back many times, and many times, and they have a story to tell. And not only do they have a story to tell, but they've exposed things. They've put themselves out there. And by doing so, it's exposed a lot of things that should not be going on, that have been done to not only them, but others. And that's just with me. I know it's far-reaching. It's just mind-blowing when I sit down and think about this. And we're talking many places. We're talking, and of course, people involved, and a multitude of things. And they didn't want me to know who I was. I know that right now, as I speak, there are people that have threatened me many times, and they do that not in my face because they know what would happen, but in the past, yes, they threatened me, to stalk me, gang stalk me. And of course, they want to say, well, she's crazy, and then they play that card. They do horrible, heinous things to you for quite a while, months, years, possibly decades, and then they want to claim that, oh, she's crazy. And it's like, no, I've just been through hell and back, which you put me through because you wanted to keep away from me what belongs to me, information that belongs to me, and therefore it allows you, that has all the cards and the connections and that sort of thing. And so I'm just hoping, once again, good people stepping forward. I'd asked that. I've requested that over the years. I've been also met with a lot of backlash. I've been met with resistance. I've been met with, like, oh, that's not happening. And I was like, of course not. Gaslighting, you coined the term.
Yeah.
You came up with it all yourself. It's, at its finest. But I keep on. And as much as they would like to shut me up, gone. And once again, I've lost a lot. I've lost, my peace I've regained back, because that's something that goes internally, that I've, lost homes because they've intentionally made, homeless. I've lost all relationships. I've lost almost my life. I've lost jobs. I've lost vehicles. I've had, I was thinking 9, it's 10 accidents I've had, and mostly those pretty much 9 out of 10, if not 10 out of, 9 out of 10 have not been my fault, and meant to destroy me. But for the people out there that are in positions like myself, who are truth tellers, who are trying to discover who they are, expose some corruptions, expose some things that should not be going on within their own private lives, to more far-reaching, my hat's off to you. It's, and I keep on telling myself it's coming, and I could feel things coming, and worldwide, obviously, things are shifting and being exposed, and we're coming to a head. It's been a long time coming, 50 to 100 years, a lot of this. But Paris, France, and I was going, oh God, yeah, because I got calls from there, and I thought, well, this is unusual. Also from Hawaii is another one, and that also is another location. So either, these people have traveled. I'm going, yeah, on my dime. And it's mind-blowing, the things that, and then of course, all the while, they're discrediting you, their defamation of character, and that it just doesn't wash anymore. And they know I will speak about it. They know I will not tolerate it. My boundaries are firm, and you have to. And anybody who's been in abusive situations before, they know you have to have strong boundaries and a sense of self, which a lot of these people that are attacking you do not. Their absence of, boundaries, integrity, and a multitude of other things that allows you to go after you. But I, unfortunately, in this past week, not only was it was strong, some of the energy coming in, but there was somebody within my neighborhood that I could hear yelling, screaming, and I'm going, oh my God, what is, happening? Do I need to call somebody? Because this was intense. This was, you could hear it. And I had my door closed, my window shut, and I'm thinking, holy shit. And so I'm picking up all sorts of stuff, and I'm thinking, and then I went out later. I thought, well, is it safe for me to go out? And it was, but I could see these people crying, and I won't get into names. But anyways, it was domestic and small children, and she was trying to, this person, her significant other, was threatening, and I picked up the energy, and I said, yeah, I pick up the energy, and I said, they were considering, they didn't know what to do, and I said, you need to, take it down here. If he's going to come back, which I'm sure he will, you either need to go to some safe location. I said, are you working with certain organizations here? And she was. And I said, well, is there any way you can go to a, motel? And they were thinking about it. And I said, you need to do that just to give you some reprieve and call people and take the next steps. You may have to get law enforcement involved in this. Apparently the person, her ex, was a felon, but he was locking and loading. He was going to do some damage. And I personally picked up, he had a gun. And of course, doesn't matter, felon or not, you can get guns on the black market. You can get them a variety of ways. If you really want to, you can. And I said, they need to check this out to see if, somebody needs to, keep him at a distance and, check everything out. And he may be headed back to where he's at if he's threatening you. And I could hear it screaming. It was just at the top. And I just felt badly. And they did leave that night. And then they did come back. So either she connected up with people, I believe she did, and they actually went to him. So, which is what they probably should have done. He was circling around in the parking lot when I was standing there talking to her, and I was trying to energetically keep him. He was literally watching us coming back. And I thought, no, that, I said, one of these days he's going to do some serious damage that you can't undo. And I said, you owe your children, to, take care of them and to, make sure that everybody's safe, including you. And boy, it was
Wow.
so I'm thinking, damn, I need a vacation.
Right.
Not to probably mention them, but I think they did get some help. Things seem to calm. I have not seen the vehicle around, but I'm wondering if if the police didn't intervene and go over there. But I do believe he had a gun and he was planning on using it. And I just thought,
Yeah.
but energetically, I was picking it up, and I'm hoping that things got taken care of. I think they did, and so everybody's safe. But whew, that's on a daily basis. That those things happen a lot, and I know why they do. I know why they do. And I know they've been happening forever. When I was in Omaha to here, it's always been that way. And so, and I think that's partly also why I'm here. But for those of us who are here to protect and to help, and not only not help, but it's to serve. What can I do for you?
Yeah.
And not any demeaning or in any profound, any thoughtful sort of very serving sort of way. But it was just intense. And I'm just like shaking. I did get some relief on the weekend, a little bit. It was still kind of weird and off, but it always is. And I always kind of hold my breath when I come on the air thinking, okay, are we going to have issues? And so far, it's been good the last few times, hasn't it?
It has been fantastic. Things are on the up and up. I don't know why, but I'm excited. I'm loving it.
Well, I'm hoping they're on the up and up for you as well.
Yep.
I was picking up a Terry, so I don't know if that was you or somebody around me.
A cherry? A what?
A Terry.
Nope,
I don't know if that was.
I don't know a Terry. Hold on. I don't know a Terry. No.
I don't know if that's relation to you or
around
me.
No,
so that's what happens. You pick up energy, and you could also run into, or somebody knows the Terry. That's how that works. And of course, you're in Long Island, so I would imagine Nebraska could fit into Long Island.
Oh my gosh.
1.98 million here, so I'm sure there's a few million on Long Island, but there's only 1 point in the whole state, 1.98 million. Yeah, the slogan is it used to be the good life, and then they changed it to it's not for everybody. Nebraska.
Interesting, right?
But at any rate, I do pick up Terry, so I don't know if that's any right when I was getting on with you. So
there's someone out here.
I don't know. I don't know if that's somebody that keep on getting it. I get it's more to you. So maybe you can figure that out later.
Ooh, all right. Thank you.
So, well, I'm hoping things have been better for you on your end.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm still in the midst of the flood. It's going to be many months by the time the house is put in order. My kids are good. We're all sleeping on the couch, but I feel like we're moving along slowly. Like I'm picking out the steps, the floors. It's going to take a while. Yeah, my neck from the accident, my back, but I'm okay. And I just feel like I don't know. Spring is here. I'm in a happier mood. I feel okay. Relationship-wise, that's still a disaster. But no, there's really nothing much that's. Yeah, I feel kind of calm and cool right now, and like I feel good this week. So I'm hoping it's for more good things to come, right?
Well, maybe this Terry is part of that equation, but I just put in a Terry. So maybe female or male, because that's one of those names.
Yeah.
But that's unisex. But yeah, I do get it. Boy, it keeps on coming in. There's a reason for this. So either it's here in good old Lincoln, Nebraska, or it's connected to you. So I think it's connected to you.
Terry, I'm loving it. Terry, I'm writing it down. All right.
Yep.
We still got a few more minutes. We're not cutting you short. What else?
Well, that was about it. You know, I was thinking we had some people music that I was filming that came in through Denver, Colorado. And of course, I lived in Greeley, Colorado. Shout out to Greeley and, the Fort Collins and Boulder area and Estes Park are all, for me, very familiar, and Loveland, Colorado. So all those areas mean a lot of significance to me. And then going back to visit and potentially that I might have some property there too. Let's see if it's Paris, France now. They were phenomenal, but it's always nice to talk to. They say, "Oh yeah, we were in Greeley, and there's such and such a place." And I'm going, I might remember that, but it's been a while it's been several years since I've been back. So, and it's about 8 hours away from here, so about 500-600 miles. And rest assured, I will run into half of Nebraska when I go there. That's how it goes. Half of them live there, half of them go there, and Go Big Red store is, and of course Go Big Red is, Nebraska Cornhuskers. Everybody seems to know, and worldwide everybody seems to know there. But phenomenal music, and that was always nice to get that. But we get a lot of people from Denver coming in, and then they play in Greeley, and which is about 45 minutes from Denver. And a smaller community, but so, and I miss the mountains, so I'm a mountain girl. Seattle, the mountains there, phenomenal. But I have very fond and vivid, and I of course got back to visit in Seattle. But gorgeous there in Seattle. Have you ever been to Seattle?
No, never. I need to travel more. I want to know more about Nebraska. I'm excited to have a friend in Nebraska.
Oh, yeah, the good life. It's not for everybody. Well, there's interesting facts about Nebraska. It is interesting, let me tell you. I could write a book, but some people might have to be passed before I could do that. A lot of stories and the journey and figuring this all out, and people I've met. I would see people that are very famous to Omaha and Nebraska all the time. I mean, it's like, there they are, and their bodyguards. And I would meet, ex-CIA, FBI all the time. Of course, I'm reporting some of this stuff. I've had it around me a lot. I've met special forces. I've met the British Royal Air Force Base, which they train there in Offutt. Air Force One lands in Omaha. It's ground zero for the most. They upped the ante on the nuclear there after 9/11. After what happened in New York City, it increased threefold. So down in Nebraska is where Air Force One lands, Offutt. So they train Royal Air Force Base, UK. They have direct ties to Austria, Vienna. It's wild here. It's not what people think. And, I've met half of them. I met the New York City Ballet Company. One time we hung out down in Omaha, and they said, "Oh God, come see us." And I said, "Oh, sure." So yes, I went to go see it, and it was beautiful. I was blown away by the New York City Ballet Company. So they were there in downtown Omaha, and I was hanging out with all of them. We had a great time, and beautiful, just mind-blowing, beautiful. So, and I really enjoyed that. But they played the Orpheum, and they're in Omaha. But Lincoln's 300,000. It is the capital. It is located, it's 25 minutes by interstate. But it's going through areas that makes it, but literally, one of these days they're all going to be connected. But about 25 minutes interstate, you can get to Omaha. So I would drive back and forth when I lived in Omaha to Lake Omaha quite a bit. But unfortunately, there are things here. We have the longest street in the nation in Lincoln, Nebraska. It's 300,000 plus. Like I said, it's home to Go Big Red, University of Nebraska, which 25 to 28,000 students go there. So it's fairly good sized.
Amazing.
Yep, it's known. It's known. It's also known for things that I'm not too, I've gone after it. The neo-Nazi headquarters is located in Lincoln and is in Omaha. They had arrested, supposedly, the person in charge of that. And ironically, I heard, whether this is true or not, he was prosecuted and sent to, well, Berlin, Germany,
Wow.
West Berlin. Yeah. And so whether or not there was mail, that sort of thing, what they got him on, but they sent him there. But it's still active here. I hate to say it. And a lot of people want to dismiss that, but it's very, that's not the good. We have the most churches per capita. We come in like second or third, more than some of the Bible Belt. It's insane here.
All right.
So it's most money per capita.
Want to hear more? All right. Well, we got to run. Sorry about that, but we're excited that you're here always. How do we contact you, my friend?
Well, Stacy, the Psychic Medium on Instagram.com, and then the Stacy S. Mongar on Facebook. And anybody out there trying to locate, put pieces together, Mongar is the last name. Probably not my original name, but anyways, that's
more
how
on
you
that.
get a hold of me.
Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day, sweetheart. Always a pleasure. Bye, hon.
Bye.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.